Hi guys, welcome to page 1 of our BAMP 2 for Crafty Fairy Godmothers. In the last video I showed you how to do the base page. Now in this one we're going to add all the components we need to make up the first page. Now for this I'm going to use a combination of this base colour, which is chocolate, and I'm going to team that up with some craft card. Now I haven't got any A4 craft cards, so I'm going to be using A3, but A4 will be fine. Now we're going to add a large flap on the front, so for that we need to cut a piece at 8 by 8.5. So scoreboard, trimmer. Right, so we're going to cut at 8 by 8.5. And then we're going to score down the 8.5 side ½ inch. Do that both sides because it's hard. It's quite good strong cardstock as well. There we go. Now what we need to do is we're going to fold over this piece here, tab both ways, and then this is going, so if you turn it round, you want the binding side to your right, and this is going to slip inside there. And as you can see, it's a little bit too big to slip in there, so we need to trim down these corners. So actually before we do that, I'm going to add some glue. Just make sure I've got the paper going that way. I'm going to add some glue after I've trimmed these off. So if you trim these corners off and then slip it in, you'll find that it will fit nicely. Okay, so I'm now going to add glue. Now you need to add glue to the inside. I've added the glue, but I'm also going to just wipe it with my finger, just spreading it about, because this stops it, or supposed to stop it from oozing out. Right, now this, as you slip into the binding edge, underneath, right in, not on, but up to the score line, and then we'll fold over and burnish it down. You've stuck it down, but you've still got the gap there for your binding. Okay, and there we have our first component. Now the next thing we want to do is, double check, we're going to add some pieces onto our pocket. Now for that you need to cut 3. I'm still going to use the cardstock, craft cardstock. Now you're going to want to cut 3 at 6.5 by 4. So I'm going to cut the 4 first. Should it 4 or 4.5? Yeah, no, 4. 4.5 actually. Sorry, 4.5. Should have written that down. So it's 6.5 by 4.5, and you're going to want 3 of those. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, and then 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Okay, right, now you're going to want your scoring tool, and on the 6-inch edge at the top you're going to score in at 1/2 inch. Sorry about that, it's my husband. I'll get it later. I'll ring him back in a minute.
Hello, we're not available now. Please leave your...
Both sides. Whoops. Actually, you know, I'm going to use my scoreboard for this. Oh. So, and then the last one. Right, there we go. Now what I'm going to do with these, before I stick them in, I just want to round off the corners. So I'm just going to go and get my rounder. Just going to round off the corners, as I say. Should be able to go through all 3 of these with this. Now you want to round off the corners that haven't got the tab on the end. Okay, no, it's not going to go through. It needs emptying actually. Right, so I've done that. You could, if you wanted, go back and do these ones as well. It's entirely your personal preference. You don't have to, but I'm just going to do that anyway. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to do again that way. So I'm going to fold over and then back again. Burnish. The thing is with this craft card, it is actually 2 different colours. You've got a lighter one and a darker shade. I think the camera's picking that up fine. It's your preference which one you like. I prefer the lighter one. Right, now what we're going to do, we're going to add these in here. So we're going to put one there. Then there's going to be one at the bottom. And then there's going to be another one at the top. So you can have 3. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's a little bit bulky there. So what I'm going to do, I'm literally going to add these 2 to the inside. Okay. Now this is going to be covered up because you're going to be putting decorative paper on here. So you don't really need to worry about these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some score tape. Actually, I'm going to use my 1/4 inch for this. Because it's just running slightly. There's a problem with this score tape. So you want to do that on both. It's score tape, getting back to that, it's the 1/2 inch is actually slightly, just by a fraction wider than 1/2 inch. So peel that off, fold that back, and then you're going to line that up. I'll flip this round like this, and you're going to line that up on that edge of that pocket, like that. So that opens that way. And then the other one, I think we'll put on this side. So peel that off, flip it round, line it up. Not quite on there, just bring it in a little bit because you don't want to be too bulky there. And then stick that down. So you've got that one, and then with this one, we're going to bring that's going to go underneath. Okay, so for that, you're going to attach glue or tape. I'm going to use glue on the underside. Now, I like to put it, try and centre it, so I'm going to eyeball it, then I'm going to fold over and try and centre that there. And then I'm going to stick it down. Don't forget you're sticking it to the underside, not on the back on this bit, on underneath. Okay. So far we've done main front piece. That opens up. And you've got that one, and that one. Okay. Right. I'm going to end the video there, guys. And I'm going to come back with page 1, part 2. I'm going to need to call my husband, so I'm going to stop the video there, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.